Have you ever asked the universe for a sign? Whispered into the night sky, wondering why isn't anything changing, even after doing everything affirmations, rituals, visualizations only to be met with silence? You're not alone in that ache. Many of us are taught that transformation is earned through effort, that if we just try harder, we'll get there. But what if that very belief is what holds us back? Carl Jung, a foundational voice in modern psychology, suggested something surprising, that true change begins not with effort but with surrender. What you resist continues. What you push too hard tends to break. This isn't a video about doing more. It's about being more. And sometimes that begins by doing nothing at all. Before we dive deeper, take a breath. And if you're drawn to reflections like this one, consider subscribing to Deep Psyche. Let's begin. In today's culture of constant advice, hustle harder, think positive, take action, we rarely hear the simple truth. Healing doesn't come from trying to control life, but from learning to listen to it. Jung believed the unconscious is always speaking. The issue is, we rarely slow down enough to hear it. You might say, I want love. But beneath the surface, a quieter voice inside may still be saying, I'm not worthy. The world responds less to our words and more to our energy. Until you make the unconscious conscious, Jung said, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. So instead of working harder to fix what's broken, what if you asked yourself, what part of me believes I'm not already whole? That's where real change begins, not by altering your life, but by shifting how you see yourself. We often confuse life's pauses with rejection. But what if the universe isn't denying you? What if it's reflecting you? You might say the affirmations, perform the rituals, but if your nervous system is soaked in fear, your energy communicates more than your words ever could. You're not being punished, you're being mirrored, and mirrors don't lie. Authentic alignment can't be faked. It's felt. And it begins the moment you allow yourself to be fully present. That means slowing down. That means doing nothing. But doing nothing with intention is not laziness. It's deep trust. It's telling the universe, I'm no longer begging. I am becoming. This is the path Jung called individuation, the journey to wholeness. Not perfection wholeness. And wholeness doesn't come through constant fixing. It comes in the space between efforts when your soul finally has room to breathe. But doing nothing with intention is not laziness. It's deep trust. It's telling the universe, I'm no longer begging. I am becoming. This is the path Jung called individuation, the journey to wholeness, not perfection wholeness. And wholeness doesn't come through constant fixing. It comes in the space between efforts when your soul finally has room to breathe. Letting go isn't defeat. It's yielding to the deeper wisdom that already lives inside you. If this message is stirring something within, take a moment. And if you haven't yet, consider subscribing to Deep Psyche, space devoted to helping you remember what you have always known, but may have forgotten. Now, here's where the real shift begins. When you finally stop forcing, when you sit long enough in stillness, nothing happens. No sign, no miracle, just quiet. Jung called this the creative void, the space where the old self has passed and the new self hasn't yet emerged. It feels uneasy. It feels like failure, but it's sacred. It's the space where your ego loosens its grip and your essence begins to grow. Many people run from this quiet, mistaking it for being stuck. But in truth, it's the space where everything begins to realign. Your nervous system is recalibrating. Your energy is shifting. Your psyche is preparing to receive what it used to chase. This isn't the end. It's the womb of your becoming. Jung's greatest insight wasn't about fixing yourself. It was about remembering what's always been true. You were never meant to chase your worth. You were meant to remember it. The healing, the love, the clarity. These aren't things to earn. They're things to come home to. So stop, breathe, let go. Let the version of you that had to chase finally dissolve. And just watch what unfolds when you allow life to meet you in your stillness. You don't have to keep striving to be enough. You already are. This journey isn't about becoming someone new. It's about returning to who you were before the world told you otherwise. Let the silence speak. Let the mirror show you what's always been there. Because the truth is, you already are what you've been searching for. If this reflection spoke to something real in you, comment below. I choose alignment. Let others know they're not alone in this process. And remember, Deep Psyche isn't just a channel. It's a mirror, a sanctuary, a reminder of who you truly are. Until next time, stay soft, stay still, and trust. Sometimes doing nothing is the most powerful thing you can do.